What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video today, and in this video we are at Sioux Falls Regional Airport for the 55th airport update for the month of August 2024. Should have one last update on a segment that I've been doing for quite some time, and we do have a little aircraft upgrade and some other fun things going on, and we're looking right at this aircraft upgrade right now with this Delta A321 parked over here at gate number 1. This ride in from Minneapolis is flight 2304. And this flight upgrade occurred on the day of Wednesday, August 21st. This occurred arriving in at 10:47 p.m., had of a scheduled 11:05 p.m. arrival. So nice to see another A321 coming in. Frontier is still occasionally sending one in. They're actually sending one in on the day that I'm recording this video, on the Saturday before this is supposed to come out, since obviously college starts up for me here, and if you've watched Monday's Random Model Airport video, you'll know a little bit about what I hopefully plan to do for the fall semester here as I get classes back underway and therefore a little less time to work on videos than what I've had this past summer. Next up at Gate 5B, we have this Air Wisconsin CRJ 200, once again in the retro livery. And these things are coming in just about every other day, so they are fairly common, and still have yet to catch one, but hoping that will change soon. This aircraft arrived in from Chicago O'Hare as Flight 6037, arriving in at 10:03 p.m., had of a scheduled 10:07 p.m. arrival. We do have one change coming up to our O'Hare service. Piedmont 145s are going to return on the service in September, so that'll be very cool to get some more variety in, alongside the Air Wisconsin 200s that love to come in every so often. Kind of wish Piedmont had a retro for their 145, like Air Wisconsin's 200s here, but what can you do? I don't know what retro they would really do other than the old American Eagle livery, which none exist anymore. All the older 145s and the 140s that used to have them, they've all been retired now, and some of the 140s now over at Contour and other carriers as of now. Next up at Gate 5, we have this American Airbus A319 with the CFM engines. This aircraft arrived in from DFW as Flight 2872 at 12:46 p.m. ahead of a scheduled 1:06 p.m. arrival. Now, originally they were going to have 3 daily here in August for DFW on American here, but they dropped back down to just twice daily 319s, so that third regional jet service that was discontinued for this month. But I did check ahead at the schedules, and it looks like it will return in September. It'll be a mixture of Envoy 145s and SkyWest CRJ 700s. So nice to see that coming back next month. Not sure why they dropped it for this month. I guess maybe they didn't have enough demand in like July or something, so they figured to drop the third daily service on the regional jet for this month and then bring it back for September. So hopefully the American mainline service will continue year-round into January of next year, since this past January, we didn't have it, and it was back on the regional jet service. So we'll see what happens. Moving up, we have a CRJ 700 for United Express parked at Gate 7. This arrived in from Chicago O'Hare as Flight 5700, operated by SkyWest, at 11:24 p.m., had of a scheduled 11:29 p.m. arrival. So interesting to see the SkyWest 700s coming in from O'Hare, since they have typically come in from Denver in Sioux Falls. Next up at Gate 6, we have another change to United Mainline once again. This time we have the 737-700s that have been coming in lately from O'Hare. This arrived in as Flight 1497 at 10:06 p.m., ahead of a scheduled 10:14 p.m. arrival. And then the last aircraft that we have at the terminal, I'm going to save the parking garage update for the tail end of the video, so I'll figure out what that's going to be all about here in a few minutes. We do have this A320 parked here at Gate 4 from Atlanta as Flight 2615. This arrived in at 11:38 p.m., ahead of a scheduled 11:59 p.m. arrival. Not sure if I will be taking this particular flight when I go to Airliners next year, since that will be in Atlanta at the Delta Flight Museum. Very excited for it, June 25th through 28th. 300 days away from that. I know it still seems like a long ways, but that time's going to fly by quickly, and as I saw between Dallas and Kansas City, it may have seemed slow at times, but once you get into the groove of things, it's just like clockwork. The time goes by, and before you know it, it's already summer again, and Kansas City was right around the corner. So it'll be just like that for Atlanta next year, and excited to see what I'll be doing. Don't know exactly what I'm doing yet, but my preliminary plan would be to fly out of Sioux Falls, but we'll see what happens. I imagine that's probably going to change significantly depending on what else may come up. So this is not confirmed by any means, and then I wouldn't really want to do this as my first option because the Atlanta flight isn't necessarily the most affordable right now, since Delta is the only carrier that flies it. Southwest, we need you to come to Sioux Falls, please. Thank you. So that's all the aircraft we have here at the terminal. 3 additional aircraft roaming around. We've got 1 arrival and 2 departures. We'll go ahead and swing over to those real quick, and then we'll head into that parking garage update segment. So we'll go ahead and start off here with this Allegiant A320 that came in from Vegas as flight 1716. I had to pull this flight from the Monday before just to get an Allegiant flight in here to maintain that consistency with them in these updates. This arrived in at 9:10 p.m., had to be scheduled at 9:34 p.m. arrival. And then now on to our departures here. We'll start off with this American Eagle Embraer 175. This guy's going to be heading out to Phoenix Sky Harbor as flight 4880, operated by SkyWest, and departed at 2:42 p.m., delayed from a 2:33 p.m. scheduled arrival, so only behind by 9 minutes. And then moving on down to our last aircraft for this update, a United A319 heading out to Denver. It's going to depart as flight 2134, and it departed a bit delayed at 9:52 a.m., delayed from a 9:25 a.m. scheduled arrival. So looking at a delay of 27 minutes for the folks heading out to the Mile High City. All right, so that is all we have for this update in terms of the aircraft, and now we'll move on to the parking garage update. I've got quite the lengthy clip here, so I'm just going to play as much of it as I have with regards to the parking garage, because I'm thinking this is going to be the last parking garage update segment that I do for these Sioux Falls Airport updates, because we are nearing completion. So as you can see here in the clip that's now on your screen, this is what I filmed on the last Saturday, or second to last Saturday of August, rather, so this will be the 24th that I filmed this. You can see the parking garage is mostly completed on the exterior. There was a nice little FSD sign there on the corner. That looks really cool. So again, this is always coming from the south on the main road that passes right by the terminals. So there's an American A319 on the ground. Looks like it's got IAE engines on it, so pretty cool to see those. So if finally pan back over to the parking garage, and you can see on the right there's this big like open area or empty area or whatever. That is a video board that they have installed on one of the 2 corners of the parking garage, and I believe the other side has it installed. I'm not sure if I got it in the video here, but we'll figure that out when we get closer here to the terminal. There's a very nice overview of the entire parking garage area. You can also see the Skyway just off to the left center of the screen. Looks incredible with the way that they have built this up, and really excited for this to open here very soon. You also note that pretty much all the preset concrete and everything has been installed, the wave pattern and everything that goes all the way around. That has all been completely installed as well on the entirety of the garage. There's another look there at the FSD sign. Looks like they got a worker up there. See it there just on the yellow uniform. So they're still working on it. Still got a few more things to do before they can open this up. And they saw the entire area blocked off with fences and chain link stuff and all that. But there's like a little canopy there. You see that? The white canopy on the entrance into the parking garage. Looks really cool. So excited to see that. And then there's a view of the north side of the deck, looking really nice with that wave pattern. And they also have like a little mesh covering on the openings there. I think that'll be just to keep heat in there and also insulate it. So go ahead and skip up ahead just a little bit until we see more of the parking garage. And there's another shot of the north side. And yes, that other side does have a video board on it as well. And you can also see that white canopy on that side of the deck as well. If you also look closely, you can see a little welcome sign in there that looks really cool. And there's another little FSD sign there on that corner. And you have this digital Daktronics board, which I'm guessing it will show like how many spots are available in the parking deck on both the lower levels and the upper levels. So that'll be very cool to see that in operation. And there is the main entrance area, which of course is still blocked off, but they have the roads paved and everything that will lead into the garage, and then what remains of the short-term lot, which is just a surface lot there to the left. But a very nice view of the north entrance. Pretty much ready to go at this point. I mean, I'm ready to use this darn thing when this opens up, so we'll be sure to get a video on that when it opens up here. Again, mid-September is what I'm hearing. No exact date just yet, but we should be getting close to receiving an official date. So there's a Skyway as well. You can see that. Pretty much all installed. There's still some interior work that needs to be done, but looks like that's going to be ready to go in a few weeks' time. And there's a look at the lower level. You can see some lights in there and other utilities inside. But very, very nice to see this parking garage is basically complete, at least on the outside. The inside still got a few things left to do before we can get that all opened up. But again, I'll have a full video on this parking garage when this opens up, so be on the lookout for it. Excited to see this in operation, and this will hopefully propel the airport to bigger and better operations over time. So that is all I have for this airport update. Very excited about that parking garage, and as I said, expect a video on it sometime around the time that it opens up. I'll have to figure out an exact date for when that will open, and I'll have a video plan, sometime around that point or a little after, depending on what my schedule is like and what day they decide to choose. I'm guessing they may open it during the week, which if so, it'll probably be a couple days after it opens, or whatever weekend after it opens will probably be when I will schedule that video to come out. So just be on the lookout for that, and I'm excited to share with you all how that's going to work and what it all looks like from the inside, and hopefully I'll get to use it for actual travel in the near future. So with that being said, that is the end of the video. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next video.